On this Black History Month, we're highlighting foundational Black Americans whose ingenuity, innovations, and labor play a critical role in American culture and infrastructure, including Alexander Miles, who invented automatic elevator doors in 1887, and Garrett Morgan, who invented the three-light traffic signal in 1923. And our next guest is working to ensure that foundational Black Americans' contributions are known.
Before the modern day toilet, the can, the pot, the throne, the john, whatever you call it, going to the bathroom used to be messy, uncomfortable, it smelled bad, and it could also spread disease. All that began to change because the foundational Black American invented the modern indoor toilet, and his name was Thomas Elkin.
Yeah, thank goodness for Thomas Elkin. And that is just one of many videos made by author and creator of Foundational Black American Legacy, Teresa Allman.
What's going on, everybody? This is Afro Think Tank. So, I saw that ABC put out a little segment, and one of the news reporters said, Foundational Black American, FBA, right? And they were using a reference to a lady who was talking about African American history, Black history, in reference to that. And of course, FBA lost their mind. They're like, yes, we went mainstream, finally, right? Which I can understand their excitement. You know, they finally got recognized by a news organization, right? But here's the thing. That's the last thing you guys want to happen, is to get recognized by a news organization. Because what's going to happen is what already happened. You see, outside of the people who screen recorded it, if you go to ABC's main site, you can't find the video. If you go on the ABC's YouTube channel, you can't find the video. They got rid of the video. Let me tell you why. You see, on the surface, just like many people fell for the foundational Black American thing, because it sounds good, right? It sounds good. But what's going to happen when mainstream people jump the gun, just like a lot of people jumped the gun, not realizing what FBA was, Foundational Black American was, they're going to do further research. And when further research is done, you find out what FBA is all about. And upon further research, you'll find out that African Americans don't like this club called FBA. You'll find out that Black Americans view FBA as a xenophobic hate group, because that's exactly what it is. And so once you get highlighted to a certain level, right, and people start doing more research, all they have to do is go online to any FBA channel. That's all they have to do. People like myself, Pan-Africans, we don't got to do anything. We just allow you to show who you are, FBA. And that's all it takes for people to remove you from the lexicon of mainstream media, because you guys are an embarrassment to the Black community. People don't know you're an embarrassment to the Black community until they do further research. And that's what happened very quickly. ABC, they said FBA because they heard it in the ether. Then one of their editors probably did, hey man, have you seen this video? When you start typing in FBA on YouTube, when you start typing in FBA, Foundational Black American, and they get to see what FBA is about, when they get to see what they're doing, when they start hearing the word delineation and tether, and they realize that you guys are nothing but an online xenophobic hate group meant to divide Black people in America, they're not going to want to have anything to do with you guys. So yeah, you did make it mainstream. I'm glad that you made it mainstream, because I need more people, and us Pan-Africans need more people to realize who you guys are in real life, who you guys are online, and what you truly represent. And to be excited about, being called out on main media. If that's the case, Pan-Africanism has been called out for hundreds of years. We've been in all the newspapers, all the mainstream, all that. So, that's nothing to us. All right. Well, you guys got really excited, and I'm glad you guys are excited. All right. But understand, that was the worst thing that could happen to you. And I'm glad it happened for you. But ABC's embarrassed, and they want nothing to do with you, FBAs. Once you went mainstream, your xenophobic and hate goes mainstream. And they realize you're Black MAGA. And there's no money to be made from you, because there's no money in showing a bunch of xenophobic, hateful, Black folks. It serves nobody at this point. We had enough of hateful, unintelligent individuals trying to divide America, trying to divide Black people, trying to divide and stop the unity of black people globally. There's no money in that, okay? And you guys are going to find out. You're going to F around and find out. And that's what you did, right? So I know you guys were a little excited. Y'all had y'all 5 minutes of fame. You didn't get 15 minutes. You're 5, all right? And those were the worst 5 minutes that y'all could have ever had. Anyway, that's all I got to say. You guys tell me what y'all think about this in the comment sections. Afro Think Tank. Learn something, teach them. I'm out.
FBAs, you can have your identity, man. You can be whatever you want to be. That's the age that we live in, man. But to not admit that your leader, right, is a hypocrite is kind of insane, man. Especially when my man used to talk like this.
What's interesting about that, white people go over there living it up. Man, they go over there vacationing, partying up. Every time I go to Africa, man, it's a plane full of white people over there. They got us scared to go, and they over there setting it off. Africa's beautiful, man. South Africa's beautiful. Yeah. Go to Zanzibar. Beautiful island right off the coast of Tanzania. It's beautiful over there, man. And the brothers and sisters are so open to us vibing with them and connecting with them.
How do they treat you as an American going over there?
Man, they love us over there. There's a myth that Africans don't like African Americans. Yeah. That myth comes from African immigrants coming over here and the white supremacists telling them, don't hook up with those black folks now. Hey. Because, whenever we talk about injustices...
Listen, now, Tariq Nasheed is a new breed of grifter. To have 20 years just about worth of content and to act as if we do not remember, because someone like me, I've been watching someone like Tariq for about 10 years now, before he even got into, all this FBA stuff. But to act as if we can't just rewind the clock just several years to catch you saying stuff like this. And then you gaslight us saying that I never said I didn't want to go to Africa. I go to Africa all the time. No, you made a point to let us know that there's not safe infrastructure for us to be in Africa. And then you're in Africa enjoying the luxuries. So clearly there's safe enough infrastructure for someone like you to be there. You spread propaganda, false narratives, and what your talking points were most likely going to do, the result of your talking points, was going to give anybody a negative view of the continent. So if you believe and black Americans being able to do business in Africa and black Americans being able to carve their little space in Africa, then your rhetoric against Africa should be one of upliftingness, right? I know you talk about tethers and everything like that, but you disparage the continent. The quote-unquote tethers that we're discussing are most likely the immigrants who live in the U.S., even if I might not disagree with, even if I might disagree with the verbiage, those people will be the ones in the U.S., so you had no business disgracing the entire continent, but that's what you did. We have literally the lowest percentage of African immigrants in this country, right? So the majority of African people, the 1.5 billion, live on the continent and are enjoying the motherland. So you don't have this influx of people who hate their homeland and are running away from their homeland to come here. You have highly ambitious people who want to see a new life for themselves and they want to see it using the American dollar. So they travel over here in order to do that. And yes, we do have a large portion of African immigrants who come to this country and try to undermine us. But that's a completely separate issue than our brothers and sisters on the continent. That's where you can poke holes in someone like Tariq Nasheed's arguments. And FBAs are just lapdogs that are just going to follow him regardless. And as a black American myself, there's no way I can let a hypocrite like Tariq Nasheed lead me. I understand it's not all about knowing everything and being the top of the top, man, but you got to have integrity, bro. And that's something that Tariq Nasheed clearly doesn't have. So his followers, being FBAs, also do not have that same level of integrity.
Free Sudan! Boycott diamonds and gold! Free Sudan! Boycott diamonds and gold! We most definitely cannot forget about the people of Sudan.
Thanks for watching Afro Think Tank. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And follow me on Substack and Patreon for more content. Remember, it's Pan-Africanism or nothing.